This is the beginner's guide to the beginner's Hindi by Robert Snell. Um, right, so we have here the book. It's not important, and then we have here some details about pronunciation. The Hindi script called Devanagari, 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 I think, is an extremely systematic writing system. Each character represents a particular sound, making it the perfect guide to pronunciation. Although a Roman transliteration is given throughout the book, the small effort required to learn the Nagari is very well worthwhile. And then there's an important point about retroflex. Retroflex seems to be bending your tongue backward so that it will touch the middle of the palate above your mouth. Yes, the middle. So you can bend your tongue like backwards till it touches the back of the mouth. You can bend it a little bit so that it touches the back of the teeth, or the hard part, just just behind the back of the front teeth. So this is where but this sound is where you bend the tongue so that it touches the back of the palate. So retroflex consonant. So this is the characteristically Indian consonants. So listen out for two important consonants in pronunciation. The first is between retroflex consonant and dental consonant. And these dental consonants are consonants where the teeth, the tongue sneaks up behind the teeth, behind the front teeth, from behind, and then gently touches the. Well, for me, when I say it, it's not gentle, but for beginners, I suppose you gently touch the back of the teeth and then retreat, kind of like a snake or something. So you just come up behind the front teeth and just make a small touch, and then go back when you say. So it's in Italian. Apparently, it has the sound Italian T sounds like this apparently. So it's that 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 Italia, Italia, Italia. Anyway, so I didn't know this. I just found this out. So listen out for retroflex consonants pronounced with the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, giving a hard sound of the kind associated with the Indian pronunciations of words like doctor, doctor, dog. Yeah. It's my tongue is completely bent, and it's do, 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 and it's touching the top of the roof of the mouth, in the middle of the mouth, and then it's coming back down. Do. And it's sort of holding air and then releasing. Do, 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 doctor, 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 ta, 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 do, 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 ta, ta, ta. So I could make like explosive noises, like sounds of explosions. For me would be to to te ta te ta to te te. So those are like I don't know if other people can make those sounds. They're tongue-based sounds. Te. So tongue sort of holds the air and then releases into explosion or to. um, right. So dental sounds pronounced with the tongue touching the upper teeth, giving a soft sound, as in the Italian pronunciation of Italia. Italia. The second contrast is between unaspirated and aspirated sounds such as the pair ka, ka. The first is much less breathy than the second vowel. Yeah, I think they give examples for this, so it's better. So some English sounds actually have this K sound, which does not have air coming through. It has no breath whatever. So it's a but usually English doesn't care if there's air coming in, coming out or not. It doesn't care if it's a breathy sound, but we do. So we've distinguished it. And yeah, so the vowel a is a clean vowel. A clean vowel is a vowel that is not a mixture of two vowels. So in English, the letter is a and I, which are actually diphthongs, and e, a, and I. So in Hindi, there's just one sound, and they're comparing this to the French "e." I think that's how it sounds, "ete." So "e." So that's more like the sound, and not the English Mayday, "a" sound. The vowel "e" is more like the vowels in French "ete" than in English Mayday. Recordings. This book is accompanied by recordings. Where does this book lead? It leads to some reference to other works, which is also not important. Read and write is basic India to read science is very right. Whatever. The best way to learn is copy characters, syllables. Yeah. There's the example there. So the whole syllable come, it will sound similar to the first syllable of the word cup, 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 cup. So that difference there, cup, cup. If you put your hand in front of your mouth, you see the difference between cup, cup. A k sounds with no air coming through, and some other k sounds. Catatonic. Cat. Oh my goodness, there's a large volume of air coming through. The A vowel is always there unless replaced by some other vowel indicated by a special sign. More on this later. For now, concentrate on copying letters, blah blah blah. Aspiration, the amount of breath that escapes from the mouth when a sound is spoken in English, the initial K of kick, kick. Oh yeah, kick is a great example of the K sound with both aspiration and lack of aspiration. Is strongly aspirated. The initial K, the closing K is much less so. Kick, ka. So that's the sound you want to isolate. In Hindi, such differences are represented by pairs of consonants such as kam and ka. English consonants fall halfway between the two, so you'll have to make a special effort to cut back your aspiration for the one and increase it for the other. All these things are best dealt with by listening to the recordings. And there's a difference between aspirations. It doesn't really matter. It's not, people mistake this. I mean, people, it's it doesn't really. I don't think it's detectable if you switched a little bit. I mean, maybe people will notice. I actually don't know. But anyway, it's not that important. It's important in writing and it's important in good speaking. But anyway, you will be understood, is what I mean. You have much special effort. All these things are best dealt with listening to recordings. One on the facing page, your main characters on the table, pronunciation, blah blah blah. There's very, very interesting stuff I just learned about this. There's a lot of Arabic words and Persian words in Hindi and some of the words that we use. So this is the vowel. So it's ah. I used to say but now it's e u u r r. So that's Rishad Pant, that's R, A, I, O, ow. And there's two more, they've decided not to go with those. Anyway, and then if you have our Kachatata, which are the vertical. If you go down the first column, you get Kachatata, and from there you can construct the rest. So, k, k, g, g. There's one more, a nasal nga, ch, ch, j, j. There's one more, a nasal nya, ta, ta, da, da, na. So this is the retroflex one. Ta, 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 da, 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 na. And this is the, yeah, this is another one, dental sound. Da, 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 na. Then we have consonant. No, we have pa. We didn't do pa. Pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. Then we have consonants. Ya, da, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha. And then we have the application of the consonants to the vowels. So we have first, already note the application of to k. So we have ka, ka, and then ka, ki, ki, ku, ku, kr. So this is how you write Krishna, kr, k, kai, K, Kai, or K. I think it's K. I don't know. I had to learn that as I go. Ko and cow. I'm moving on now to the sound of letters, consonants. K, ka, as in skin. Oh yeah, that's a very good, skin. Further back, then we have an Arabic sound. So I really don't know how to make this sound. Further back in the throat than undotted ka. It's an Arabic sound. Anything with a dot underneath is an indication of an Arabic sound or a Persian sound. Apparently, we have Persian mixture in Hindi. And then we have ka, ka, and then apparently, oh yeah, there's an Arabic sound, loch, and then ga, gam. Then a guttural version of that is Arabic, ga, 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 ga. Aspirated version of ga, like GH in doghouse, k, k, k. Then cheap, ch, 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 the tongue position for cheap, 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 for ty in tube, cheap, cheap, and then aspirated, cheap, 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 and then j as in as in jeep, and then this is a dot underneath which goes z, zib, aspirated form of ja, 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 ja. The next section, 7 consonants are retroflex. The tongue curls back to the palate, front part of the roof of the mouth. Front part of the roof of the mouth. Is that the palate? Yeah, the palate is the front part of the roof of the mouth. Okay. Making a hard sound. Ta, 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 ta. Okay. As in, also we have examples here, as in try but harder. Try, try. The different pronunciations. American, try, try. British, try, try. I don't know the difference, but anyway. So try, 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 t, 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 try, t, 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 t. and then aspirated t t t try t t t. So you really have to hold the air in your when it comes through and then release it. T t t t t. Same thing as in town. T t t. Same kind of same kind of movements, I suppose, but much harder. Ta 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 da ta da 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 da, as in dry but harder. Da 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 da. Then the tongue flicks past rather than resting on the retroflex position. What's the retroflex position? Yeah, bent position. That's retroflex position. Ra, ra, ra. That's probably Arabic or something. Aspirated version of ra, 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 ra. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. And then we have the N sound from the retroflex position. So this is made by the tongue bending backwards and touching the roof of the mouth, the palate or whatever. So it's na, 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 na. Very cool, I guess, mechanically. And the next five consonants are dental. The tongue touches the upper teeth, making a soft sound, as in the very soft the teeth the at the aspirated at the 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 as in D as in bread, the 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 bread the and then na as in anthology, na 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 na. And then we go to the labials, much as in pin, pa 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 pa, but not much aspiration. Then pa pa, and then ba 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 ba, and pa pa pa, and as in ma. Then we have the consonants ya as in yes, and ra ra as in roll, and then la as in lullaby, 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 la la, lullaby, la lullaby. Two L's in la lullaby, lullaby. I actually don't know how to pronounce this word. And then we have wa, which is neither a bussy sound, busy sound, bussy sound. Should have said bussing sound, buzzing sound, buzz, nor a rounded we, but halfway between wa, 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 wa. We're nearly done. There are three syllables, as in ship, sh, pronounced as in some regional accents. Strictly speaking, cerebral, in which the tongue touches a high point in the roof of the mouth, but usually pronounced as sh, the same as the previous character sha. It occurs in loan words from Sanskrit only. Sha, 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 sha. So sha is touching a roof of the mouth like ship, but sha is like a retroflex. So the tongue is bent backward and touching the top of the mouth, and then making the same kind of sibilant sound, sound. So the tongue is just more bent, and touching the roof of the mouth. Then we have sa and sip and ha and help. Now they're speaking about the Arabic influence, which is not really needed. Yeah, there's a very important notice about Hindi is that in Hindi we don't pronounce the final letter. So if you see the letters sa, ra, and l, la, and every letter has an inherent vowel in it, a vowel in it. So the letter, sa, ra, here we have sa, ra, and la. What's important for Hindi is that sa, ra, and la don't make the sound sa, ra, la, but saddle. So the R sound at the final letter is eliminated. So it's saddle. But yeah, so that's the Hindi peculiarity. So we have here the word for all. Sub word for all here, sub, which is written sabah, sabah, but it's not read as sabah. It's read, the last letter ba loses its a sound, so it becomes sub. So that's Hindi, and we have some words here. So let's go over them. We have the word kab, which is when, and jab. So yeah, jab is also when. And then we have tab, tab, then, and then but or on, par, and then fruit, fal, then mind, man, and then o, which is sub, and then hum, which is we. So to say first person singular, I, it's man, I think, man, uh, and to say it's plural, we, it's hum. Then we have the word from Arabic, qalam, uh, which means pen, and then warm, garam, and then direction, taraf, taraf, and then salt, namak, palace, mahal, town, shahar, then street, zarak, zarak, I think, and then symbol, saddle. In the words mahal and sahar, shahar, the ha has the effect of enlightening the adjacent vowel, lightening the adjacent vowel, making them sound more like a in mend than u in mundane. So instead of the a sound, it becomes the adjacent vowel. In mahal, it's the a sound. So because of the presence of the ha sound, it becomes meho apparently. So it's maho, that's how it's written, it becomes meho, and shahar becomes shehar. Yeah, okay, whatever you say. This will vary somewhat from speaker to speaker. Elsewhere in Hindi, it's remarkably free of contextual changes. The Hindi script is somewhat what you see is what you get system. Somewhat a what you see is what you get system. The vowels. Now we move on to look at vowels. Each vowel has two different forms. One is the vowel sign used after a consonant. The other is the vowel character used in other position besides the consonant. First is vowel signs used after a consonant. A vowel sign is used when a vowel follows a consonant. It's a small mark that is added to the consonant and it replaces the and that is otherwise present as the inherent vowel. The examples show the vowel added to the consonants. The examples show the vowel added to the consonants k, k, g, 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 g. So a is added to the consonants k, k, g, g, k, k, g, 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 k, 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 k. Right, k, k, g, g. Here now is the full range of such vowel signs based on k, 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 k. Calm, a long vowel as in calm, key. So towards the left it's a key. A short vowel as in keeper, and key. A long vowel as in keep, cool. A short as in put, udar, over there. Right, it's over here. And we have ooh, cool, a long version of the above as in fool. A very short r as in thrill, kr. It only occurs in Sanskrit loan words. K, as in the French it, not as rounded, not a rounded sound as in English pay, day. Similar to vowel cap, but flatter. Cap, k, kai, k, cap, cup, cape, cape. Anyway, this is pronounced. I can't highlight it. Yeah, this is pronounced k, kai. Sorry, kai, cap, no, it's kai or k. Anyway, I don't know what's going on there. Then we have the pure O, less rounded than cold. O, ko. And then we have a similar vowel in hot. O. Oh, it's actually a diphthong. Cow, call, ho, hot, hout, how. Oh, this is American pronunciation. Okay. So it's hout, hout. Yeah, it's a ow sound. Cow, cow, cow. And there's also come and ka, which are not given here. And here's some more reading and writing practices. Then we have the word for ear, kan, the word for kindness, kripa, word for standing, gara, 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 gara. Sorry, it's not, yeah, gara. I don't know what I'm saying here because I don't know how to pronounce that letter. Then we have tie, and then we have tota, parrot, which is parrot. Then we have dukan, which is shop, and dur, which is far. And then we have water, which is Pani, and India, Bharat, and house, Makan, Bharat, Bharat. Then we have Varanasi, Varanasi. No, there's a retroflex. No, no, Varanasi, Varanasi. And then we have Sitar, Sitar. Then we have Sao, 100, and Hey, which is. Hey, is. At this point, you should practice writing out these vowels attached to all the consonants until they become really familiar. These vowel signs can only be used when they have a consonant sign to cling to. In other positions, such as at the beginning of a word, the vowel is written with a vowel character. The first in the list is inherent vowel, is the inherent vowel, as in as in ab. Now, as in aj, which is today, as in idar, over, here, either, yeah, either, dahr, dahr, either, and as in Iran, Iran. Then we have u as in udar, so we have either, which is here, over here, udar, which is over there, and uber, which is up, and run, run, right? Run, which is that, and egg, which is one, egg, and then Asa, Asa, Asia, right? Asa. Oh no, this is Isa, Isa, Asa, Asa, Isa, such, Isa, and then we have or, which is direction, or is direction, and our is and here are three words in which vowel characters appear as the second of the two sequential vowels, that is, neither at the beginning of a word nor after a consonant. So we have K. I forgot. I actually do. I'm tuning out now. It's 33 minutes. I'm actually tuning out. I'm reading it. I'm not actually. I don't actually know what I just read. I have to read it again. And here are the three words in which the vowel characters appear as the second of the two sequential vowels. What does that mean? Sequential vowels. Here are the three words in which vowel characters appear as the second of the two sequential vowels. What does that mean? And neither at the beginning of a word, okay, nor after a consonant, okay. Kai, 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 kai. That's a long e. So it's not kai. Kai, yeah, it is kai. It means several. E follows the syllable ka. Kai, kai. And uba, ubau, boring. U follows the syllable ba, bau, ubau, ubau. And then banao, banao, sorry, banao, 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 make, o follows the syllable now, na. Conjunct characters. All right, that's enough. That's a a very difficult topic.